Hi everyone. Now we're going to go over your assignment. Your assignment is a video assignment and the topic is about busting a myth. Now the myth you're busting would be a myth about a mental illness. Now if we look at the next page, on that page I've indicated, that you're basically just trying to debunk a myth. Now there's all sorts of myths. But if you do look at the bottom of the page there where it says first find a myth, I've made a list of a bunch of examples of myths of mental illness. You can certainly come up with your own, or if you choose, just ask some of your friends, 5 or 6 of them, what do they know about a particular psychological disorder, and then narrow that down with their responses as to what might there be as a myth. So the whole assignment is really busting a myth. Now let me go through the bits and the parts. You're ending up, you're going to make a 10 to 15 minute video, but you're going to be using like PowerPoint or Prezi, or if you're a Mac user, Keynote. And the first thing to do is you're going to introduce your myth. Tell me about what the myth is, and then let me know what your research says about the myth. That is to say, your research, you're looking for 3 pieces of research, and you're going to summarize that work and use the author's point of view. Now you can see where I've indicated develop your counter argument. There is no personal opinion needed to be included in your assignment, and no quotes from the author. Just the author's own, just the author's words. Essentially, you're reading the document, and then if you were to have read it a few times and felt like you had a handle on it, you put it away and then called a friend on the phone and told them what you read. Essentially, that is a summary in your own words. So do that with each of the 3. Having the 3 pieces of research help you bust the myth. Now I've indicated, and I'll say it again, 3 reliable and credible sources. Now I'm highly recommending that you use the college's library services, and in particular use the journal databases. Google is not a reliable search for academic material. Now if you use Google Scholar, that would be acceptable. But otherwise, please use the Georgian Library, and in that library search, make sure that you click scholarly peer-reviewed, and then you'll get some of the better quality research on your topic. You can certainly ask the librarians for some assistance with this assignment. They're usually fairly familiar with my assignments, but certainly with research. Now on page 4, really what you've got here is a generally overview. I think on this document the due date is listed 5 different locations, but the due date is the 11th week, the Friday, November 25th at 5 p.m. That is the latest by which any assignment can be posted. After that, the video journal where you post your assignment will disappear. It's because you've missed the due date. Remember your calendar. Okay, so you're doing a 10 to 15 minute video, no less and no more. There are grades removed for too short or too long a video. Do a Prezi or a PowerPoint or a Keynote presentation with lots of images, graphs, and pictures, but very little text. This is not an essay or a written report, so don't write all your work on the PowerPoints. Only pictures with very few single words or small sentence. That's it. And then you're going to make a script. You're going to write the script as if these are the words I'm going to do. If you watch my videos are scripted. I read off of a teleprompter so I can say what I want to say the way that I want to say it. And I would ask that you do the same thing. So make sure that you do a script. You could do that in your Word document, but save it as a PDF. Now, if you're not sure how to save as a PDF, in the support video folder in Blackboard, I have a video on how to save Word and Pages documents as PDFs. You may need to watch that. And then once you have your PowerPoint made and your script written, you could use the software that I've made a tutorial on how to use the software, Screencast-O-Matic. It's actually a website. You go to the website, screencast-o-matic.com. It's in your assignment there. And you can record your screen, your PowerPoint presentation and your screen, and speak to your computer, and Screencast-O-Matic, it will record your screen and your voice, and that's your assignment. Now, what's important here is you need to make sure that everything that you're posting in the journal for your assignment in week 11, your research and your script, must be PDF documents. And the video that you make, either that is going to be with Screencast-O-Matic or another software that you're familiar with, or if you post your video into YouTube, I need you to post only the Screencast-O-Matic or the YouTube share link. If we all put our MP4s and MOV movies into Blackboard, it will fill up and we'll have no room to put enough of everybody's work in it, okay? So make sure you adhere to that. PDFs and share links only. Okay, now the last page is really just an emphasis on this is where your grades are coming from. So please pay close attention to the first two categories. The multimedia presentation, this is where there's lots of graphics and very little text that help understand what you've learned. And then the summary, the effectiveness of summarizing the research to help answer your question about busting the myth. Now that's 40 of the 66 marks. So spend the most time on that. There is certainly creativity, which is how well you sound when you speak. It sounds like that you've prepared. It sounds like you're familiar with the content. The written script needs to be attached, and the video needs to be of a particular length, and you need to have quality, credible, authoritative sources. All right. Now, I hope this is helpful. So please make sure that you read the document carefully and watch this video before asking me questions about the assignment. I find it's an awful lot easier if you can be very specific about what it is that you're misunderstanding or don't quite get. I can answer that question better. So please do that first before asking me what I can do before asking questions about the assignment. All right, I hope that's helpful. So good luck, everybody. Let's get on the way. Bye now.